As you all can see, today it's going to all be about the guitar. And this has been a video that's been in the works for a little while. But before I get to that, I want to remind everybody, I'm not going to run any more ads anymore on the YouTube channel going forward. This whole ad thing on YouTube is out of control, and I think it's really just making the overall experience kind of shitty. So I'm not going to run any more ads. If you dig these videos and you like what we do, they make you laugh, they make you cry, you get something out of them, please consider buying some of the merch. We got t-shirts, there's coffee mugs, there's links to the drum samples down in the description, as well as our Zounds affiliate links. And all that stuff helps support the channel, and you get something in return. So it's a win-win for everybody. So help us out. All right, so now guitar. So like I said, this has been in the works for a little while. We actually set out a couple months ago actually to, we wanted to do get some different amps that we haven't used before, that were affordable, or what we consider to be affordable, that, like I said, were not something we had used before, and that also had emulated or DI outputs on them so we could put it to the test. So we called our friends over at Zounds Music, who are awesome, and they hooked us up with a couple of heads, the Black Star being one, and what we're going to go over today, which is the Orange Super Crush 100. We're going to do a quick run through of the features of this amp, and then Ernesto is going to do a bunch of playing, and I'm going to twist some knobs. We'll do a little distorted, we'll do some clean stuff, we'll go over the reverb, because this has a really cool reverb on it actually. We will follow that up a little later with a video on the emulated outputs. But once we go through the amp and do a little bit of playing to get an idea what it sounds like, we're actually going to write a short tune and record something with all of these sounds to hear what it sounds like in context, right?
Yep.
And to be honest, we have no idea what that's going to be. So hopefully he comes up with some riffs while we're
Hopefully something will happen.
Going through the amp. So, okay, so let's take a quick walk through the features of this amp and then we'll get to it. Ernesto, give me a little soundtrack.
Okay.
So the Orange Super Crush 100, pretty straightforward amp. We've got two channels. You've got dirty and clean. For the dirty channel, you have a 3-band EQ, preamp gain, as well as channel volume. For the clean channel, we have basic high and low EQ, as well as channel volume. We have a master volume over here on the side, and this cool sounding spring reverb that we're gonna get to soon. Now, you can switch channels with a foot pedal. You can also turn the reverb unit on and off on this with a foot pedal. It does not come with a foot pedal though, so you will have to go get one on your own. This also has a DI out with a couple switches that we'll get to later, as well as an effect return. So it's really, or effect center receive. So it's really a pretty straightforward amp and pretty good sounding. So, wow, you're taking us there, okay. I think that's my cue to, we're going on to the next section. All right, let's check out the dirty channel. We're gonna start with everything on the EQ and the preamp gain set at noon. Go for it.
that gain.
Actually pretty cool sounding. Reset all these real quick. There's a sweet spot on this that you kind of right around, what is that? Maybe 1 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock between there on the preamp gain where you hit it and it starts to come alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and it starts right away. Yeah.
Yeah. It is very, it's you right in that spot and you notice that's going. But that thing sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Excellent.
Time for some clean. What pickups you starting on?
So I'll start on the bridge, humbucker, just very basic.
And then we'll do some single coil too, because this is a really interesting clean sound. All right, go for it.
More.
All right, you want to switch?
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding something interesting. This is kind of cool.
So no, single coil. Here we go. Pick up here.
arpeggiate a little bit. That reverb is really cool.
Yep.
There's a lot of depth in this reverb. I mean, I got to figure out how to use this as a reamp reverb. It's really nice. One thing I've noticed about the EQ is it doesn't take much either way for something to start happening.
Yeah.
It's pretty immediate. It's really nice if you're staying around noon and just going, you know, up or down a line or two. That sounds really good. And the reverb, holy crap.
Yeah.
There's some nice depth on this reverb. At least I think so.
Sure.
I really kind of dig it. All right, so I think it's time let's write a little ditty.
Yes.
Let's take some of these sounds, we'll get some clean, some distortion, maybe some solo action.
Yeah.
And we'll add a rhythm section with it. Let's see what we come up with.
Cool.
One special thing that we did with the Orange was run some drums through it for our Doom section at the end. So I have the snare and the kick, two different recordings coming out the Radial Ecstasy, going through this cable over here to the Orange Crush. The snare went through the clean channel, but we ran the kick drum through the dirty channel and juiced it a little bit. And here is what that sounds like by itself. And here is what it sounds like with the drums in context.